Is going to be my fourth attempt at this video. I'm just gonna try to keep it short and sweet in case something else goes wrong again. The first attempt, I had my audio turned off. Second attempt, I was showing my skills, and for some reason, like, one icon got stuck on my bag, the other one over to my skills, and it locked my menu. I couldn't do anything, I had to force shutdown, which ends the broadcast. Third attempt, the loot Tink got away because I got a little too far away from him, and he took the opportunity to book it behind a tree in like the 4 seconds I wasn't looking and got away. So this is the fourth attempt at this video. I'm going to do my best to explain everything in enough detail that you'll be able to understand what's happening, and hopefully if you guys need to, just take a screen grab of my skill tree. Doing this in an offline lobby, as you just saw there, saying there were updates, noted the updates. Reason for that is there's a guaranteed loot Tink spawn. This will also work in online. I guess it's technically a Hoarder Tink since it's True Vault Hunter mode. Loot Tinks are in Standard, Hoarders are in True Vault Hunter. The biggest thing you want to avoid when doing this is anything that's going to put on elemental damage into your infinity pistol that you'll be using to get this kill. You're going to use an infinity pistol, a level 1, because basically what you're doing is when you shoot the loot Tink in the backpack, you are every shot has a chance to drop a legendary when you shoot him. So you want to have a gun that does as little damage as possible. So level 1 guns are preferred. The infinity pistol is the most preferred because it doesn't use ammo, so you can just basically hold it down and not have to worry about, trying to scrounge up ammo or anything like that. So you don't want it to be elemental, anything like that if you're using Amara. So none of this that will convert your action skill element into your gun. The chance to spread elements, you don't want that. Elemental explosions, don't want it. You don't want indiscriminate, you don't want your stuff bouncing off. If you're shooting something, you don't want it to bounce back and hit your Tink and kill your Tink. That's pretty much the biggest stuff to look out for there. As far as skills go, you're going to be using Phase Grasp, and I prefer Fire. If you keep your stuff electric, you might end up shocking the shields out of the loot Tink when you're trying to lock him in the first place, and that could kill him. Just wouldn't be good if you break his shields down and then burn through his health on accident. So I have on Soul Sap. So yeah, avoid Ties of the Bind and avoid Stillness of Mind. The reason you want to avoid Stillness of Mind is enemies respawn every 15 minutes. If you throw out your action skill too close to the Tink when you have him locked down at the end of the process, that animation of locking him with that will pull him out of his locked state. So you want to avoid that as well. Critical hits will knock him out. So if you have like a flak or something like that can get crits anywhere on the body, don't use that to shoot him. Mose, I think she can do it as well. Mose also has a thing where when she reloads, she puts fire, the element of fire, into her friendlies' weapons. Be sure if you're a Mose joining one of these lobbies that you don't have that skill on. Flak, remove your pets, just reskill and don't equip a pet. Zanes, don't use a grenade build, don't use a sentinel or a digiclone because they will also target the loot Tink and can knock him out of his locked phase or locked state. So yeah, just grab screen caps of my build if you want to look at that. Like I said, I've done this 4 times by now, so I'm just kind of like over that portion of it. It's really going to spawn a Hoarder Tink there for me. Well, that's not the one we want, but we can still try to get him too. Oh, I didn't put on invulnerability. We'll do that real quick. The reason I'm doing invincibility here is I am not too worried about having fun killing stuff. I'm not playing for the enjoyment of the game right now. I'm playing simply for loot. So this just makes it easier on me, and I don't have to worry so much when I proc invincibility here. Okay. Yeah, so that other Tink goes. That's okay, that's not the one that we were after. As you can see here, I am not stepping off this bridge. Um, the reason for that being is as soon as I do, the loot Tink will spawn. I don't want him to spawn just yet until I get as much of this cleared out as possible. Alright, so hopefully this all goes well and smooth. So the loot Tink is going to spawn from that little wall over there. I should get another enemy to spawn out of there. I'll have a little loot Tink spawn in the river right behind the log, and he's going to pull up a little turret. And I should have a couple guys spawn up there. My goal is going to be to take out all of those before the loot Tink comes out of that hole. He will run up through the water here. He'll run around, run back behind both trees, come back around in front of the little shed, and he'll stop right there in the middle of the trees. And then from there, he'll stay there for like 5 or 10 seconds, just kind of looking around, and then he'll run off and start digging. So try to clear everything out before he's done with his little pause.
Reinforcements out here! Let's go!
Thank you for making a little turret. That is definitely like the biggest headache for me. There's our Hoarder Tink. Oh, I don't know what hit him there. Oh, he's going to the good spot though. So have a weapon in your hand. Oh, don't go that way. Yeah, it's perfect. Over there. Get out of sight. Don't go too far. Alright, so how he's digging here. Melee, face grasp. So I didn't have a good chance to explain what was going on there. I switched off my Cutsmans because the Cutsmans have a they have a blade on them. They increase melee damage. Now that's not the issue. The issue is that for some reason, if you melee with those guns, they take a lot longer to recover from the melee attack. So you can't send out your phase grasp fast enough. What you're trying to do is melee the loot Tink and phase grasp immediately after, like while he's still in his like, oh, I've been punched animation. So yeah, anything that has a blade on it will prolong your recovery and your timing won't be right. You only have 3 chances to stun him. So yeah, it's better to just try to take care of that, you know, right away. Just don't have a bladed weapon on hand when you do it. And then yeah, melee phase grasp, and that's all you do. And then he's not going to be moving. This guy, no grenades, please. Ooh, that ball. That's probably on this guy. Yeah, so that's another thing you want to watch out for is any kind of uncontrollable damage you want to try to avoid. So I got the loot Tink in a perfect spot here. Enemies won't be spawning on me. That guy might. That one might. I was hoping to catch him on the bridge. If you saw when he started to come over the bridge, I stopped back here and gave him some space. If I were to like stay on him and like run up on him the entire way, you know, I'm a couple feet away just chasing, like, come on man, start digging. He won't start digging. He will need space first, and then he will start to dig. So you can kind of choose where he's going to start digging to an extent. You just don't want to be too far away that when he starts his digging cycle that you can't get there in time. If you're doing this with a lobby and you are not the host, you might notice that the Tink is, instead of floating and falling in the ground like this, he's like crouched over really awkwardly, like he's almost like squatting. Do not shoot him if you're the one with the pistol, because his hitbox will be matching this form that he's in right now. On your screen though, his animation will look different. His backpack will be right about where the middle of his head is, so when you take the shot to start shooting his backpack, you'll actually crit him, you'll knock him out of this lock, and he will keep trying to run, and he will not be able to be locked down again. Like, you won't be able to relock him if that happens. You would be able to technically do a phase grasp cycle on him, so as he's digging in the ground, you phase grasp, and if you have your skill set up right, you can basically get it to where you're phase grasping him every like 5 seconds or so, and you can lock him down that way, but it's just a lot more involved and a much bigger pain. So yeah, if you see him crouched, don't shoot him. Wait for the host to shoot, or let the host guide you. You know, you'd start like shooting back here, then slowly working your way up until you started hitting the backpack. As far as the legendaries go, yeah, you just shoot. And they should start popping out. If the, he might be a little too far on the ground here. Oh, no, I know what it is. Hold up. I need my luck. Do I have my luck on? Wait, what? Oh, I'm used to using a different one. I prefer this one, loot expanding loaded dice. I've recently started using this, so you can see my little fumble there. For all the extra pickups, I get the double luck, so I have the loaded dice, substantial luck, and I have the 12.67 luck. Really, really big fan of this one. My buddy picked it up for me, and Zozo, and I started, I held on to it. I was like, no, that's mine. Like, if you don't want it, I will take that. I will hold on to it, cherish it, love it forever, give it a home. I might put this into drop pools here for everybody here in a little bit. We shall see about that one. Hopefully some legendaries to drop here. Yeah, normally he's like legendaries are flying out of him at this point, but I'm assuming because I'm making this video, this is going to be how it's going to be. I'm not going to get any legendaries, and you know, it's just going to be one of those things. Stand directly behind him, maybe. Tons of purples and stuff. Well, you know, it doesn't really matter either which way. I've only had this fluke twice, and they've actually both been in this exact same spot where he doesn't drop legendaries. There we go, thank you. So normally they come out way, way faster. There we go, we got 3 now. Now they're starting to come out. So yeah, this is basically it. Sometimes he won't drop them. If the host goes too far away from him, his backpack will disappear, so the host always has to stay nearby. But yeah, that's pretty much, it's pretty much that simple. That was another one where it's kind of like, we got a little sketchy here. Legendary's not popping out, but yeah, you can sit on him for quite a while and pull a lot of stuff from him. The reason I prefer doing this online over, that's not too bad, doing this online over offline is, online gives you a chance to pull legendary class mods. You cannot pull legendary class mods offline unless you go gamble at Moxie's thing. Online also has a higher anointment chance, which is really, really, really nice. So yeah, find him online if you can. If not, or if you don't want to do that, you're looking for something else, like purples and whatnot. Yeah, just lock him down like this, make an offline lobby, and yeah, get him locked. And then yeah, avoid crits because it will knock him out, and then I won't be able to lock him in again. So you see my melee there didn't do anything. Locking him like this, he's just going to pop up and he's going to try to run again. So we'll just send it. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it works all the same. Hopefully it was at least descriptive enough for you guys to feel pretty confident about going out and doing it. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Facebook, just ask me. If you guys want help, you know, hands-on stuff, and you're in the Facebook page, Borderlands 3, loot farming and loot drops, I will be in there. I'm the admin there. And definitely help you guys out, get you guys set up. And yeah, thanks for watching.